Welcome everyone to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene, where we serve the hottest tea. Join me and my baby stripper voice.
And me welcoming you all to eavesdrop onto our uncensored opinions. This platform is used to inform, laugh, and potentially inspire others to speak out about things we may all be thinking about but are too afraid to say out loud.
And don't forget, babes, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Welcome back, guys, to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene. We are going to start off a little spicy with a shot because it's Friday, el cuerpo lo sabe.
And we had a long week.
Yeah,
I
we
had a
did.
long morning. Ugh.
It was actually really good.
Yeah.
It was tequila reposado.
Yeah, I don't really drink as often as I used to. So now,
Are you becoming a grandma?
yeah, I am in my
Grandma.
Senora era. Senora era. Can't speak. Two languages don't mix.
They interject. Well, they
I'm in my
intermix.
Senora era. That's what it is.
Okay. Well, wake the fuck up.
Yeah. I also can't sit like I used to because I'll poke myself. So we're sitting
Yeah.
like,
We're giving a little demure.
oh,
I know you hate
I
that
fucking
word.
hate that word. Like, can we as a collective retire demure?
We can.
Like, and mindful.
How about modest? I
But
think
who-
modest is okay.
But who wants to be modest?
I know a few people. I just want to be fabulous.
That's a good one.
I just want to be fabulous. I want to be.
The reason why I didn't like the word is because, well, number one, the whole trend got so played out
Yeah,
that
I
I got tired of hearing demure and mindful. I take a shit because I'm very demure. Like, shut the fuck up. And then number two, if you like look at the meaning, is like, why do you have to dull yourself down?
Give me a little inspo. Why you have to dull yourself?
Why do you have to dull
down?
yourself down?
Speak to me.
So I'm not demure.
You're fabulous.
I am fabulous, and I am extra.
You are,
My
and that's why.
My favorite meme that really resonates with me is I saw it and it said, when people call you extra, just ask yourself, are they even enough? Are you even enough, Brenda?
Do you want to be demure?
No.
You want to be extra.
I want to be extra. I want to be loud.
You want to take up
I
the
want to
room
take
and the
up
space.
space. As
I
a
hear
as a
that.
Latin person, we need to take up space. Now we're getting political.
I'm like, let's not.
And
go
they're
there.
eating the dogs and cats.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
ja. Please,
Abort.
please. I know you're excited to talk about
Speaking of political.
political.
I have been trying to get Marlene to watch the show that I have been telling everybody to watch. And even my cousin, who does not like reality TV, is hooked on it. Is The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on Hulu. It is like.
Wait, I just want to say that you guys started talking about this, and I was doing something. 50 messages later, you guys we're on a chat, and I'm just like, why do I have 50 messages? Like, what's going on?
Because this show is just such a train wreck from start to finish. So, for anybody who hasn't watched, you should watch. But
Why is it your recommendation? Talk to me.
so it all started because I'm gonna make it short because I will be here all episode, and it'll just become a recap episode, which
Yeah.
I'm down. So basically, it
On
started
Instagram
because
Live.
there was these like Mormon women that were famous on TikTok, and there used to be called this like Mom Talk. That was
Yeah.
like their group.
Okay.
And then one of the girls, her name is Taylor. She is such a train wreck. And so something came out on Reddit saying that her and her ex-husband were swingers, and then that they like like they swap. So she came on like TikTok and made a whole video about how she has swung, but everybody on the group is a swinger. So then they gave them a show to capture all the backlash. And then this train wreck Taylor gets arrested, and then they put the show on ice for like 12 months. But also, this show is so messy because they got the body camera from the cops.
Why was she arrested?
Some physical dispute with her like trashy boyfriend.
Who she's with now, and I know
yes.
she has a boyfriend.
Yes.
And a child with.
Yes. So she got arrested because of some domestic dispute. And then they got the body camera off the cop and they put her on the show and they show this bitch wasted, arrested. She is a train wreck.
That show, the producers are a train wreck.
Oh,
And they don't care about her mental state because who does that?
who gets arrested?
Well, yeah, but
Okay.
but who puts the body cam on reality TV?
A good showrunner. Listen, there's consequences for your actions. You were signed up for a show and you acting a fool. Anyway, there's also like four girls that could not tell apart for like 5 episodes. I thought they were all twins or
Wait.
like quadruplets
Where is this based, the show?
in Utah.
Okay.
So you know all these girls have like that like basic bitch like extension, wavy, very long hair. They all have the same face. Like they all went to the same surgeon and said like that's the one I want because they all look very similar.
I was gonna say
There's a girl with a bob and I call her Bob, and I can tell her because she's a Bob. And then Taylor is a train wreck, so I know her as a train wreck. But then there's four that I couldn't tell for a very long
no,
time.
because you said that you can't tell them apart, and I was gonna say, do Mormon people, do they date within their family?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. I mean, I'm not Mormon. I don't want
Yeah.
to offend the Mormon
Yeah.
community.
But I was gonna say that kind of makes a little sense.
No, well, they all just have the same style. Like they all got the same lips. They all go get the same hair extensions.
They probably all went to the same
they,
surgeon.
they go to the same hairstylist. They all have the same hair length. Like they're all dressed the same. Like their houses all look the same. Another thing that happened is that this one girl, her name is Demi, or Demi, whatever her name is. So she said that she put fruity pebbles. Well, the way I understood it, because it was like a little, they left it onto interpretation. But the way I understood it, and the way a lot of people understood it, was that she put fruity pebbles inside her cooch, and that he like ate her out with the fruity pebbles inside.
So is it like an appetizer?
I don't know, but you should try it.
No, you know why?
What's your favorite cereal? What cereal do you like?
I love Frosted Flakes,
If you
Lucky
say
Charms.
If you say Raisin Bran, I'm gonna leave.
No, I do like Raisin Bran, but it's not my favorite.
That is an old lady cereal.
Senora Era.
I don't eat that.
Either way, I would not do that because first off, who likes to visit the OBGYN every week? Like,
I don't know, but it was like watch the show. I've been trying to take Marlene to watch it. It's very good. It's
what? Because I saw like a little trailer and I'm just thinking like, so swinging is okay, but not drinking caffeine is not?
they also like do ketamine, but they can't drink coffee or tea or alcohol.
Why?
But they could do ketamine, and they can also like swap dicks.
This is what I'm saying.
There's
like-
also another girl that her husband was on Tinder, has cheated on her for her whole marriage, and she expected everybody to like glaze over it. Also, these girls get cheated on left and right. It is a good show.
So what you're saying is people that are good candidates for reality TV shows don't have any self-worth.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far,
I'm just saying.
but
Because if you know that you're getting cheated on left and right, how are you going to go and sign up for reality TV?
I don't know. Ask them.
I have a lot of questions. Let's see if by next episode or two, I at least watch at least 2 episodes
It's
to,
very
to give
good.
you guys a little bit more of my opinion about the show.
It's very good. It is train wreck television.
Would you say the Real Housewives of Salt Lake is more classy than the show?
I mean, they all look better.
They look better, okay.
They all look better. They have better fashion.
Okay,
There's-
because Real Housewives of Salt Lake is also
In
based
Utah.
on in Utah, and they're also Mormon.
yeah.
So
There's a girl, her name is Whitney. She dresses like such shit. Oh, like she looks terrible in every episode. And she thinks she's killing it. That's the worst part.
well, didn't you say that delusional gets you far?
And not her. Like nobody's giving her a contract to work for like a clothing brand.
What if somebody sees her shitty hair and they're like, "Baby, let me."
No, it's
let
not
me-
even. No, it's the clothing.
I-
She dresses horrible.
Bueno.
Hmm.
It sounds interesting. I'm sorry. I'm just like looking at like my stuff here.
She's looking at her sext.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No. So there's a lot of topics that have been roaming around the social medias. So we're gonna like get into a little bit of everything. But
Because these are things we like text about.
yeah, these are things that we text about and we're like, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
So another topic that came up talking about people that have no self-esteem to talking about somebody that has high self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming is J.Lo.
Mm,
And we were talking about, is she really the problem?
I think so.
I don't think she's 100% the problem.
I think she is like 99.9% the problem.
She's had,
How many men have you been through? Like, at some point, you
but
have
how
to.
many men have you been through?
Yeah, but I haven't been married.
Yeah, but how many men have you been through?
Like, that's different.
I just feel like because she's a celebrity, like everybody knows about the men that she's been through. I just feel like she marries too quickly.
But it's not even about like she's been through like man, like be a hostess, like live it up. But it's like she has been in so many like marriages and like close relationships that at some point, if they're not working, like you have to take a look at yourself and be like, what are you doing wrong?
No, I think that she needs to do a little bit of self-reflection for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I think that her and Ben were infatuated with what they had before.
Yeah, and they love the whole like we're gonna become like that comeback couple.
Yeah. I feel like because they were together 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I feel like people change every 5 2 years, whatever. It could take 6 months for you to change. But I feel like they fell in love. Like, okay, let's really make this work this time. We don't have anything like holding us back. We're gonna, really like do this. And then they just got married very quickly, and they thought that they were in love with like what was,
I
not
also
of who
think
they were.
I also think that like they have different lifestyles. Like Ben Affleck is an actor, he's a
Mm-hmm.
producer. He's not overly like out in the public like that, like as much as he needs to be to like work.
Mm-hmm.
But like J.Lo has never met a camera she doesn't love. And J.Lo keeps trying to act and she's a horrible actress. Actress. So
But she's collecting those coins.
yeah, but like at some point, babe, like you need to realize that this is not your forte. I love J.Lo, by the way.
I love J Lo. I think I watched one of like her documentaries, and I feel like she works so hard. Like,
Yeah.
she made me feel like I don't do enough,
Yeah.
and I know I do more than enough.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't want to give the whole like J Lo's the only problem. Obviously, Ben Affleck is the problem
I also
too.
think that Ben had a little bit of a drug problem or alcoholic problem.
Well, he's sober,
Oh, so
and
well, she doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me.
it's hard to for a sober person to date a person that is not sober, and
Well,
also she has an alcohol brand.
I was gonna say that I don't think she drinks.
She doesn't really drink, but then she has that brand called the Lola.
Yeah, and I'm like, how you have that brand if you don't really drink?
But this is why people get mad at J Lo because J Lo stamps her name on just anything to collect the coin, and that's why they feel like none of her brands are authentic to her. And this is why a lot of her brands don't really succeed because a lot of people think that she's just slapping her name on everything. And it's because J Lo just wants to be so relevant.
That's why
Which
everybody came for her.
I love you, J Lo. But somebody got to tell you the hard truth, my love. And if it has to be me, it will be me. Like Jennifer,
Jennifer.
you need to stay home. You need to spend time with your children. You need to just don't do every movie.
You don't need to take every project that comes along.
Yeah, like focus on you. So I don't think J Lo is 100% the problem, but I also think like her lifestyle got in the way of her marriage.
I think they fell in love with what it was, and they didn't really fall in love with who they are now.
I mean, I love Ben Affleck, so I would fall in love with him.
He's a gorgeous man,
And him as the Batman?
but I can't date anybody sober.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. I can't.
I'm sorry. Like I love my partner or whatever, but no.
I love alcohol.
Oh, talking about alcohol.
We're trying not to drink
We're
alcohol.
trying this new drink. It's a cannabis infused sparkling water. And it's called Heirloom. Adjust your attitude. This one has 5 milligrams THC. So yeah, let's see what happens. Usually when I do anything with like cannabis, I just fall asleep.
Imagine like end of the podcast. But yeah, I would not be able to date anybody sober. I'm sorry to all my sober people out there. I respect it.
I respect you and your choices, but it's not mine.
Yes.
Aside from that, I also wanted to touch a little bit on real bodies. Because I was like I think the first episode actually. I was here judging myself because I had a little bit of cellulite over here. If you're on camera, you're watching me on YouTube over here. And I was like, oh my God, like that looks horrible. But at the same time, like, fuck that.
Also, who doesn't have cellulite?
Yeah, like,
Kim K has cellulite.
yeah. So I was just like, fuck that. Like, why am I here judging myself mad hard when this is called a normal person with a normal body?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to embrace and just touch up on a little bit about embrace your chicho.
Yeah, and embrace your body.
I mean, now, if you don't like what you see, then there's always
Plastic surgery. No, I'm just kidding. There
I was
is.
gonna say you can always work on it. Like, I hate people that just be like, oh my God, like I hate this, I hate that, and then they don't work on it. Like, do something about it if it bothers you so much. But at the same time, like, you can also embrace the body you have, because you always tell me like this is the body you have. So like,
Well, they're just like some things are just this is the way you're built. Like you have big boobs, and if you keep saying I want to have small breasts, like you never will unless you get them surgically removed.
exactly.
So at some point you have to come to the fact that this is just your body.
And you have to love on your body.
Like for me, like as skinny as I get, I would never be a size like 32. I was just built a little bit bigger. And even like at my skinniest, I've never gotten that low. And I
Yeah.
just had to realize that that's just not my life path. I'm not supposed to dress like a supermodel, even though I do look like one.
I was gonna say, even though like you just love with like, even if like you were a little bit when you were a little more plump, you still loved and you still worked the fashions around it. Like,
Yeah,
and you know like how clothes fit you.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes like I'm a little bit like overcritical of myself, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm on YouTube or I'm like whatever, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck that. Like,
But also, so I follow this one guy on TikTok, and like stunning, like, like, I mean, like universally like good looking, like very handsome, like nice fit body, like all of that. And then he started going about like his insecurities as to like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like that. And I was like, I think you look great. But that also shows that like we're our own worst critic.
yo, pero ¿y qué está pasando con usted?
I don't know. I think it's this. And I just took
Because
one sip.
yeah, I'm like, what's going on? You like tongue twisting since the beginning.
I don't know.
I think it's
The shot, because I haven't done anything.
yeah.
Anyway, so he looked very good, and I was like, oh, like everybody has their own insecurities. And
We're overcritical of ourselves.
yeah. And I mean, there are things that you can fix. Like I had an issue with my teeth that nobody knew about, but like I was like, it's just me.
Yeah.
So I fixed it.
And that was your own prerogative.
That was my own prerogative, but like it made me insecure. But I don't know. Like everybody's their own worst critic. So just be kind to yourselves.
Be kind to yourselves. We're very pro yourself on this podcast.
Yeah. Also, the face card never declined. And the body never declined.
We're always giving shapes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I just wanted to touch up on. Like, if you're, watching us or like
Uh-huh.
whatever, like, just, like, be kind with yourself
Yeah.
and love yourself. And if you don't like something about yourself, then work on it. And if that's how you were built and it's not going to change, then what can you do? Love on yourself. If not, the surgery is always there.
And confidence is always key.
Confident. Let me tell you something. There are ugly people in this world. But
Everybody's beautiful. As we say,
yeah, no, no,
accept
no. There's
yourself.
people that are not as pleasing to the eye,
Yeah.
but they carry themselves with so much confidence, and they just have so much personality, and it's just amazing to me how they just carry themselves, and I'm just like, yo, you're out here selling yourself. Because imagínate, there's always a beautiful girl that dates a medium ugly guy. So there's always that.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. And sometimes people say like, how do you like get confident about yourself? Honestly, fake it till you make it, because at some point you're gonna believe it.
Delusional.
Because I was never this confident at like 21, 22, and I just started hyping myself up like, you're the baddest thing walking. And eventually like I started believing like, yeah, I am. And it's a mindset.
It's a mindset. I mean, you walk around here in the Bronx
Like I'm the baddest bitch in this fucking Bora.
exactly. You
Princess
walk,
Diana.
you get looks.
I am the
All
Princess
type of
Diana
looks.
of the Bronx.
Let's see if any Bronx people want to take you out.
All right. Well, there was another topic that I'm very anxiously to talk about.
Okay.
That's very serious. Well, no, you have it. It's the girl, the two parent household.
So yeah, on TikTok and on Instagram,
Because that bitch got me tight. What's her name?
I don't know. I sent it to you.
It's fine.
We're gonna play it. We're
Kill
gonna
it.
play it. We're gonna play it for you guys. We're
We're
gonna
gonna be
insert
like, her name
it.
is Kalani.
Yeah.
In life, I'm not dating a man that does not come from a two-parent household. I don't care what race you are.
You came from a two-parent household?
No, but I'm gonna explain to you why. There's a big difference with the man who was raised with his mother and father versus a man who was just raised with his mother. And I had the pleasure of marrying a guy who was raised by his mom, and I dated seriously a guy who was raised by both parents. It's a big difference. And coming from a household where I was raised by my mom, as a grown woman, I'm telling you, it's a difference.
I do agree that there is a difference, but I can't necessarily say that I'm only going to deal with men who came from a two-parent household, because I didn't come from a two-parent household.
Yeah.
In life,
I don't know, I just made it up. But Kalani, you got me tight.
So there's a lot of dating shows nowadays, and a lot of people, they have been saying that they really want to date somebody from a two parent home. And I sent it to you, and I was like, what do you think about this? Like, this is something that has been trending, something that has been coming up. Sometime I watched like a lot of like reality show, like dating shows, and I noticed that people have been asking this, and I'm just like, I think that it's a little fucked up.
Well, the first thing I would like to ask Kalani, as we're calling her,
No, let me see the name.
where are your parents, my love? Where are your parents, Kalani? I don't even know that's her name. Where are your parents? What parents do you have? Because you seem a little fucked up.
They were very adamant that they want to date somebody from a two-parent home. I guess because you're watching your parents interact, and like, I guess like they're assuming that they're going to be treated well because it comes from a two-parent home. But I really don't think that, because
Let me tell you, I come from a one-parent home, and I came out a lot better than a lot of people with a two-parent home. Because just because you have two parents and you're dating a guy that has two parents, maybe his dad beat his mom, and now he's gonna beat your ass. Okay? And then what you gonna do with a black guy, Kalani? Uh-huh. I said it. It's
I'm just like,
It's true. Like, if you're gonna specify that, you have to really lean all the way. I want to date someone with a healthy relationship. I want a person that has their parents had a healthy relationship, loving.
I mean,
But I just feel like it's the way you're raised.
yeah, because I want to say that I come from a two-parent home. And then my parents got divorced like around when I was 13. So I do come from a two-parent home, but honestly, like I was telling Esty, I feel like our parents they just raised us to survive. They didn't raise us because they raised us to survive, to make money, to do this and this, and you will find a job that's good. You have to be responsible and like do this and this and this, but they didn't really teach us about emotional stability and about like actually being there for their kids. Like, it's such a difference of generations. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like, my parents, like, they were not too much emotionally at home. They will make sure that I have everything financially, but emotionally it was not there. So like, how am I going to go and ask somebody like, oh, I'm only gonna date you if you have two parents in your home?
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
it's pretty fucked up because, like I said, like, it's how everybody gets raised.
Yes.
Like, you can get raised, like, there is so many, like, in the example for women get raised with, like, two parents, and the dad is not a great husband, so then they learn to put up with so much shit from a man because that's what you were raised.
Yeah.
So to say that, it's like you really have to like lean in and be like, if your parents have a good relationship, if you have a good relationship with your parents.
But even
If your parents are not, parents can be toxic.
yeah, I was gonna say I've dated people with a two-parent home, and I've dated somebody with a one. I mean, I've dated many people,
And they're
but
both just as fucked up.
they both have their strong suits and their bad suits. So
Yeah.
one person that I dated, that they had a two-family home, their parents fought and bickered so much that it had developed a like scared to commit to a full-time like engagement or full-time this or that or marriage
And
or
that's
a
why
child.
that's in the past.
Exactly. And then I've dated somebody with a one-parent home, and I can definitely see a difference of their consideration is as high as mine
Yeah.
for the other person.
I feel like in a better thing to say is like you should date a man that treats his mom. Not a mama's boy, but a man that treats how he treats his mom is how he's gonna treat you.
Yes.
That's better, Kalani.
Yes.
So get your shit
Yeah,
right.
like you don't want you don't want the man to feel like he is the boyfriend to the mom, because some moms do that. Like, they don't have a dad present, so they're like, okay, you're gonna like basically like take that role, which is
Yeah.
not fair and
Yeah.
it's not correct. But more of like, this is how a woman should be treated. This is how you should act you should act, like, even if it's like a full room of women, like, like, hey, how's it going? Do you need something? Or like, let me open the door for you. Like, little things like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, having it's people that are specifying that they want to date somebody with a two-parent home. I think they need to be rewrite that, like re-say it again in more specifics.
I also want to know how many parents they have. That's the main question.
People should not throw stones in a glass house.
Yeah.
Living in a glass house. But yeah, I was just like very frustrated with that because I see that very much trending, and I think it's fucked up. People that are asking for that, like, actually ask about their relationship, about their parents. And even if like you are from a two-family home, it doesn't mean that there was issues.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
yeah, I just wanted to say that little piece.
Kalani, get your shit together.
We're gonna insert the video that I sent Esty.
Yeah, we're gonna
So that
put
way
it-
you guys can tell us a little bit about what you think.
And if you agree with her, tell us why you're wrong.
I'm like, what?
Tell us why you're wrong.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a very frustrating to hear that. Like, I mean, I know you dated a few people, but like, is this like something you've asked? I don't really even ask about parents.
To be honest, that never crossed my mind in that sense. Like, I never ask somebody how many parents did you grow up with. Like, I kind of ask, like, are you close with your parents? Do you guys have a good relationship? I think that those are the questions I ask. Like, I don't ever just, like, zone in, like, hey, like, you grew up in a two-parent household? Like, no.
That just makes me think of like those people that are not close with their with their parents because maybe their parents are toxic. And they have put this boundary now of like, hey, you can't communicate with me because you're toxic. So like, does that disqualify a good man, a good woman from being in a relationship because they put their boundary with their parents?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So I think people need to be reevaluate that little concept that's been going around.
Yes.
Aside from that, is there anything you want to binge or vent about this week?
No,
That was my little vent.
I had a really good week that I don't have any. Oh no, actually, I do. It's not really a vent.
I was like, that turned quickly.
It's not really a vent. It's just like sometimes like the fixer in me wants to like just fix people, not fix, like help people.
Oh, that's natural. I do that too.
And sometimes I just have to be like, you know what, like you do
You know what, babes?
I feel like I had someone I know.
I was gonna say, can you elaborate? Yeah.
Someone I know was doing something that I feel like they would not like that done to them when it comes to a relationship, and like communicating with other people. And I was just like, listen, like I think you are playing with fire, but you know, like do you? If you like fire, go get a match and like have a great time. But I just feel like there are certain things that like sometimes people do that like I don't know, like I some people just like drama. Or some people like a little like something and it's just like why do you self-sabotage? That was my little vent. That I was just like I feel like a lot of people self-sabotage and they don't even know they're self-sabotaging because they think they're harmless or like they like I have a friend that loves the drama. Like loves the drama. Like a good
people that love chaos, right?
a good partner can fall from the sky, hit this person literally in the head, and like perfect man, and this person would be like, no, their ears are too big, and go back to their bulldog ass looking ex. So,
And with that being said, I think this is the end of this episode because I gotta go pick up my jaw. I gotta go pick up my jaw after that one.
and as you guys know, I said what I said.
Well, guys, please comment on down below about what you think about these topics. Let us know if you think J.Lo is the problem.
And let us know if your ex looks like a bulldog. Bye.
Please like, follow, and comment on all of our social medias. And please talk to us. Send us a DM. We'll actually respond. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Spilling the Tea with Estee and Marlene.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform. Bye, guys.